Alright. Welcome to part 2 of trying to save y'all some money. So, first thing I wanted to talk about was things like estaz, right? Filler flash. Palmering, things like synthetics that get palmered around, chenilles and all that stuff. So, when I was first starting out, right, I would try to think about how much I need and then cut that off, right, and then use that. And then I would always end up with tons of this laying around everywhere that's basically useless because it's like not enough for a whole fly, or you never think about using it or whatever, so that's dumb. So don't do that, right? What you're gonna do is, it's so much easier to just work with the bag, right? When you go to palm or something, right? You tie it in, right? This is demonstration purposes, obviously. So when you tie it in, right, just hold the bag in your hand, right? A lot of times it's just nothing. You can just crush it up into your hand, right? It's like nothing. So just, and then that way you're always working from the end, and you never have any drop. You use 100% of what you're trying to, of what you're using, So yeah, that's a great tip. Always just work out of the bag, right? So also, I wanted to talk about when you tie in synthetics, right? Like you're doing like a kinky muddler head or an SF baitfish, right? I've seen a lot of times people go to tie it in a section, right? You go to tie in a section, right? And what they do is they go like this. They go like this, and then they tie this in like about 50-50 or whatever, right? And then they I'm doing this for demonstration, so but they tie it in like 50-50, right? And then they go like this, and then they trim this, right? Which is you're just wasting, right? Try to use the correct amount and tie it in so that you don't have to trim it, or you have to trim very, very little, right? That's the whole goal here, right? Is to try to use it as much of the stuff as you can, right? Because this stuff ain't cheap, right? So instead of doing that and then trimming it, right, take some out, right? Use about a quarter of what you think you would, right? That's why I keep saying use a quarter, right? Because a lot of times everybody's overdressing everything by 3/4, and I'm not kidding. So just tie in quarter, right? And then you can fold it and use. Now you have everything that you need, right? You don't have to trim it, right? Or when you do trim it, it's at the end and you just trim a small shape, right? This stuff adds up, right? Just very sparse, right? Like these flies should be, like something like an EP bayfish. You should be able to see right through it, yeah. And if you can't, then it's overdressed. So here, I want to show you all this too. People talk about I'm gonna do something correct, right? Like, look, I just pulled all this Steve Farrar blend out of the package, right? And look, I'm even gonna rough it up here, right? And it's gonna be, like how my the packages they use. If you put your finger in here and push like that, it's gonna rip right open, right at the seam, right? Hope y'all can see that. So if that ever happens, right, or if you're blending synthetics, right, and you want to get them back in the package, yeah, a little postcard, yeah, just roll it up, right? Now you can stick it in, right, like that, yeah, and the stuff goes right in, yeah, stuff goes right in, yeah, and you just pull that out, all right. Stuff goes right in. Yeah. So there's that too. All right. I hope this helps y'all. Okay, remember, this stuff's expensive, right? Don't be wasting it. All right. Thanks for watching.